Hi guys, Arwen here, and for this week's reading I felt called to use two fairy decks just because I was feeling sparkly today. And this reading is for April 18th through the 24th, and the first one is The Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle by Lucy Cavendish. And then the other one I'm going to use is the Fairy Tarot cards by Doreen and Radleigh Valentine. So we're going to go ahead and do the Radleigh Doreen deck first. And the first card that I pulled was the Star card. Look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. As I move into this card, the very first thing that I'm drawn to is, the faith to move mountains. And I see like a mountain and I see like a star above the mountain. And what that means to me is like, focus on the star, like you can do it. If you're looking at your view and you see a mountain and you see a star, focus on the star, don't focus on the mountain, right? Don't focus on the negative things. Don't focus on what you feel like you can't change and you feel like it's just unmovable. Focus on the star. Focus on what you really want. Focus on the magical things. Focus on the benefits that you have in your life. Appreciate what you do have. And I'm also feeling that the star represents your angelic guidance, your higher self's guidance, whereas the mountain represents the ego's perception of things. So the mountain isn't really there, it's just that your ego sees the mountain, right? Your ego wants to focus on the mountain, but your spirit self sees the star and only wants to focus on the star, and actually doesn't even see the mountain, okay? So if you're having a mountain day, right, where all you do is focus on the mountain, you're just in your ego. That's all that means. Don't judge yourself, don't put yourself down. It just is what it is. You can focus on the mountain, just say, okay, I realize I've been on my ego, I've been looking at this mountain all day, it's getting uglier by the minute. You know what? I'm going to move into my higher self, my spirit self. I'm going to focus on the star, right? And you'll just find that the mountain will vanish. So that's what I'm getting about the star card. So that's very important this week. If you feel any challenges, don't sit there and allow your ego to give you the 27 reasons why you can't do what it is that you want to do. So the next card is the Three of Autumn card. Follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. And this picture is of a fairy, and he looks like he's creating glass flowers. It's kind of a really, really cool picture. So the thing that drew me to this card first was be the best at what you do, right? So you are fantastic at something. I don't know what that thing is, but you have something that you're really, really talented at, right? Maybe you love essential oils and you just intuitively know what it is that people need in order to heal and feel better, with flower essences and oils. Maybe you are a naturopath. Maybe you've been thinking about being a naturopath. Maybe you love energy healing and you love Reiki, right? Or maybe you're just really good at past lives and you can enact healing on that level. Or you're some sort of counselor. You just kind of just intuitively know what people need to hear in the moment and help them. So whatever it is that you do that you're like super good at, focus on that. So the ego will try not to focus on that, right? It'll focus on all your limitations, all the problems you have and how you can't do it. Okay, and your spirit self will not do that. It'll focus on how magical you are at doing your superpower, right? It will focus on how you can do it today. There's something, fun and magical you can do now that will, move you a small step closer, small step closer, small step closer. And so, this card, what I'm also feeling from it is following the star and following your passion is going to slowly move you a step closer to what it is that you're really wanting to manifest here, okay? And looking at the mountain, and I'm going to do that for you. So the next one is Seven of Spring. Be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. All right, and this fairy is very dynamic in movement, and she's holding a bow and arrow. And her posture is very assertive. What I'm hearing from this is don't let other people and don't let your ego destroy what your dreams are. So other people may say that you can't do something, so maybe it's your family members, maybe it's your friends or whoever. Don't listen to them, listen to your inner star and run that through the filter of everything that you should do. And even if doing some sort of daily practice where you really move into yourself and journal with yourself, that might be a good idea too, right? Where you're in sacred space, you're alone, all those other people are away, and they're not what is that? They're not like in your ear, they're not in your head, they're not causing you to doubt yourself, right? So in your space, that's just you and not those other people. I feel it's a really good practice every day to take time out to be, you know, in solitude, even if it's just for 10, 15, 20 minutes, to really focus on your inner core and not like all these other people and what's going on out there, right? And then the last card is Knight of Winter, Unfounded Fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. And this fairy is looking out the window at the moon. So it's like emotional fears is what I'm getting. That's what the symbol of the moon is telling me. It's being worried that you're being worried on an emotional level that it's not going to work out, not trusting. The doves in here, first thing it makes me think is, oh, you're not trusting. You know, trust is with you, the doves are with you, but you're not looking at the doves. You're focusing on your emotional worry instead of the trust. And also in this card, there is a shield and a sword on the floor, so you're feeling very defenseless when you're in this mode of emotionally worrying like this. Okay, so we're going to go into the next card deck now because I'm feeling we need to transition into that. So I pulled 3 cards from the Fairy Oracle to kind of go like a layer deeper, more in depth with what came up with the Fairy Tarot cards. Okay, so now we're on this one. And the first card that came up is the Dark Moon. Maturation, growing up, introspection, know thyself. And this fairy is sitting on a moon and she's kind of bowed down like this. And she has these big horns on her head, you know, so she's lived a lot of life. She has a lot of experience. And what I'm feeling from this card is this is the dark inner part of yourself. This is that part that is really afraid, that really doesn't believe, you know, that's just not sure, doesn't really want to come out, rather stay in the dark. Like, it feels to me like doubt. It feels like not believing in oneself, okay? So not believing that you have what it takes and not believing that you can actually do it, or that you have the gusto or the oomph for you, that not believing that you have it inside to do it. Okay. So the next card is Silver Sisters. What I'm feeling is this is the origin of this problem. So Silver Sisters, take time to protect from toxic thoughts and energy. And what this card always makes me think of is jealousy, right? Let me see how to explain this. What I'm seeing in my mind is a mirror, right? So these sisters are silver, and it's almost like they're broadcasting their negative thoughts, right, to you, but you're taking it as a mirror for what you really are when you are not. So what this is meaning is some sort of energy in your life, okay? I feel like it's now and it's before, you know, so sometime in your past, probably a long time ago. And these people, whoever they are, were very negative, right? And so they were broadcasting their negativity all the time. But you saw it as, well, that's a reflection of what I really am, right? You saw them as a mirror. Well, they're saying that I'm bad, so therefore I'm bad. Like you took it that way, and that's why sometimes you feel like this. I'm not saying you feel like this all the time. I'm saying there's a aspect of self that feels like this sometimes, is what I mean, okay? Because we all have many different aspects of self. So that part of you that feels doubtful and feels worried and doesn't feel like she can do it, I feel like the origin of that is that, you know, other people telling you that you couldn't do it and that you weren't good enough and projecting their negativity onto you, and you like absorb that and then believe that, okay? So that's what this is telling me. So the next one is fairy tales, letting go, detachment, moving on. It's not true. Like it's a fabrication. It's not real. So that negativity and that the things they said are projected onto you that are making you feel like you're unworthy or not good enough are not true. That's what I'm getting from this. It's a fairy tale. It's made up. None of it's true, and it's not an accurate reflection of you. So now we've moved into the deeper aspects of this reading, and I kind of like that. That was fun. So let's go back to the first reading, and I'm going to just bring this all together real quick. So the point is to look at the star, not look at the mountain. The reason why you look at the mountain all the time is because you don't feel good enough, because people make you feel like you're not good enough, but really it's not true. So stop that and focus on the star. So that is reading for this week. I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful, sparkly week. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.